Hello, my friends. It is the 21st day of June. It is 2019. It is Friday afternoon, and I hope you're having a wonderful day today. It is the end of the week, and we are approaching the weekend. So I hope you have a good weekend. I hope you're safe, and I hope you go to church on Sunday. I want to talk about a story that I read today on the AP News, which is an organization, the Associated Press. That was, I read this on the internet. I read it actually on the AP News' website. And I actually had to read this twice because I could not actually believe what I was reading. But then again, in a way, it didn't surprise me because of the way this nation is going and the way I've repeatedly said that this nation is turning its back on the Lord. But there was a government meeting in Alaska at the State House in Alaska. And this was a meeting that had the governor and different local politicians from different districts within Alaska, some mayors, so forth and so on. But anyways, there was a woman that was invited to give an opening prayer. Now, I know you're thinking, well, that's a wonderful thing, and, well, that would be, a right or a correct assumption. But, in this case, this woman was a witch, and she gave an opening prayer to Satan. And she was from the local satanic temple within, I imagine, that area. And she was invited in to give the opening prayer for this political meeting, political gathering, I imagine, in Alaska. And this woman prayed to Satan. I kid you not. This was actually on the AP Newswire, right on the internet. You can go look this up yourself. AP stands for, again, Associated Press. It's been around since press has been around, the AP. I don't even know where to. I don't even know where to go. I mean, I don't even know. At this point, I'm a loss for words, which is rare with me because usually I can run my mouth with the best of them. But this only goes to show you. I have made multiple videos about America and the Antichrist spirit permeating itself throughout this nation. Again, I've made videos showing that before the Antichrist can enter into the world, the Antichrist spirit usually goes before, and that is where you see a lot of these abominations and perversions and satanic out in the open become the normal. Because for the Antichrist to take power, a lot of these things have to be acceptable at that time. And we're starting to see this today. We're starting to see the things that's in the Bible that God calls abominations, that God calls perversions. We're seeing these things normalized. Not only are we seeing normalized, they have already been normalized for years. Some of this started in the 1960s and part of the 70s, where it started to be pushed on America as it's normal. And now we're seeing the results of that. Now we're seeing satanic symbols. There's one in Kansas City in a park with a statue to the satanic god called Baphomet. And that is about as satanic as you can absolutely get. It's a half goat, half man. This statue has two little children. It's a stone statue, kind of looking up in awe to this half goat, half man with the pentagram on it. It's got a goat beard. It's right in Kansas. I think it's in Kansas City, if I'm not mistaken. And it was put there by a local satanic temple. And the government okayed it. And this is now in a public park in Kansas City for anyone to see. And it's actually, I believe, got a plaque or some type of sign there saying this was donated by such and such satanic temple, something like that. It's got a sign there stating that it was donated or erected by such and such satanic temple of Kansas City. I really do think it's Kansas City that this is in. This is just what we're living in. This is what we are living in today. These are the sign of the times. I get on this channel and I hammer as much as I can that you need to be saved. You need to accept Christ. Because listen, I don't really have anything prepared for this video because I just read this and I had to really check and make sure what I was reading was real, that they actually did this. Now, I do know some people did get up and protest and walk out when this occurred, but it was only a few people. It wasn't like the whole audience. I just don't understand why people can't see what's coming. Now, I know the devil fools people. The devil pulls the wool, as they say, over people's eyes. Makes people think that this stuff is okay. Makes people think that these abominations and perversions are okay because God made them that way. Well, we know that that cannot be, because if God made them that way, then the Bible would contradict itself, because God calls this lifestyles abominations and perversions. If he made them that way, then he surely wouldn't call it an abomination. And he surely would not say in the New Testament, as it says, that they will not make it into heaven. So Matthew 6 verse 24 says, "No one can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or he will be devoted to the one and despise the other." You cannot serve God and mammon, or some say money, or man. You can't. And that is exactly what we're seeing today. We don't really have a nation that much anymore that serves God. We have a nation that serves man. And man is corrupt. Man is sinful. So you're not going to get anything good from that. Never. The only one you're going to get good from is by serving Jesus Christ. That's it. This really, it appalls me that we're seeing this stuff today, that we're seeing open Satanism today in America. And now, just like the alternative lifestyles that started coming out more and more in the 70s and 80s that are now normalized, it's perfectly normal. Now we're starting to see this with Satanism. We're starting to see this as, it's a religion. They have their right. It's perfectly normal. Some people want to serve God and some people want to serve Lucifer. There's nothing wrong with it. You see, they're doing the same thing. They're normalizing this evil. There's no other word for it. It's disgusting. It's just vile evilness at its very core. Okay? And when these people stand before God Almighty, and I promise you, with everything that I am and I am about, they will stand before God. Okay? And they will be judged. And they'll be sent to their master that they so loved on this earth, and that is Lucifer. And I promise you, it will not be the paradise that they think it will be. I know this because the Bible tells us this. And the Bible is the truth. Plain and simple. These people will be put into a pit of fire and they will burn for eternity. And I don't want to see that, and nor should you. But sadly, so many will. We are seeing today so many things in this nation that are being normalized, that are absolutely against everything that our Bible, that God, that Jesus Christ stands for. We are seeing this not only today, but we've been seeing it for the last few years, if not the last few decades. It is being pushed upon our children within our public school systems. It's being pushed upon our adult children within our colleges and our universities. They're coming out glorifying communism. They're coming out glorifying socialism. They're coming out hating God. They're coming out denying Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit. This is all being put into their brains. This is what we're seeing, and this is what's happening to America today. And the only thing to combat that, the only thing is Jesus Christ and what he did on that cross. That's it. There's nothing else. There's nothing you can do. You're just man. But with God, all things are possible. Not some, not a few, all. A-L-L. All things are possible. But you must turn to God. He just ain't going to do it. You have to serve the Lord. You have to pray. You have to read the Word. You have to attend church. You have to be a Christian. But sadly, we're not seeing that today. Sadly, we're seeing our youth being absolutely turned and twisted into things that I've never would imagine in my lifetime. I can't imagine that we have socialism. We have people today that are actually polling numbers, that are running for the most powerful position on the face of this earth, that are outright socialists, which is one of the most vile, evilest forms of government that's ever been created by man. Ever. More deaths and murders have been associated to communism, socialism, than any other form of government in history. Than any. And yet, this is what we're seeing rise in America. This is part and parcel of the Antichrist spirit. This is what happens to a nation when a nation turns its back on God and refuses to worship the Lord. This is what you see. This is what occurs. You start seeing Satanism being normalized on television. We have television shows that have Lucifer, the name of the show's Lucifer, as this cool guy. Think I'm lying? Go check Fox, Channel Fox. It comes out, I believe it's on Fox Network. The show's called Lucifer. If it ain't on Fox, it's that's the name of the show. And they portray the devil as this cool cat. You know, this cool guy. There's another one on Amazon Prime called Good Omens. It's an angel and a demonic angel and a demonic demon teaming up together. This stuff is being just bombarded into American minds on a daily basis. And it's all because this nation's turned its back on God. You didn't see this stuff on television 20, 25 years ago. You did not. You did not. Maybe on those paid channels like HBO or something, yeah, maybe that. But on regular television, no. But again, this is what we're seeing today. This is the sign of the times that we're in, my friends. The only thing we can do is to pray for this nation, to continue to pray. Because God is this nation's only hope. That's it. That's it. And if it keeps going down the road that it's going down, normalizing Satan, pushing this evil socialism upon our children, upon our youth, this nation's gone. It's gone. I'm not being doom and gloom. It's gone. Without Christ, we're already gone. It's over. It's over. It really, really agitates and upsets me to see this nation that was such a God-fearing nation allow such abominations, such outright evil into our things today. It disgusts me. Thank you. Have a good day today. God bless each and every one of you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.